Over 18 years ago, I was involved in a mock wedding showcasing the African culture, educating the people in Miami about the African wedding, where Professor Isiku was my father, blessing my mock wedding. Today, I'm opportune to interview him as the Arah of Evbiobe. Listen and be blessed. Do not underestimate God.
Rita. Oh, we are kidding, man.
Yes, oh, we are kidding, man.
Yo, what you make me?
I am so happy today. I have my bicycle. Listen, the OGT network is blessed. And we're so happy to have you, sir. All the way from the United States. He's in Virginia, and I am in Florida. Look at how technology works. We might be able to do more of this when we get to Arah. So, sir, I am so excited. I am so happy. I am blessed. Arah, we say Obosha, sir. I said Igwe Mary. He says, thank you very much for this opportunity. A year tomorrow, right? God gave me this vision to begin to create an opportunity for Arah sons and daughters to gather together so that we are not everywhere and nowhere. Like I said, I never really spoke Arah, but with my mother being in the US, I told her to begin to start, teaching me to speak Arah. She started teaching me, and I thought about posting it because all my siblings don't speak Arah too. So I started learning. So I've learned so many words. Like I never knew Arah even had good afternoon. I know now that good afternoon in Arah is Obodami, sir. Right?
Obodami. 100%.
Exactly, sir. So I am so grateful. If you're just joining us, we have Professor Isiku with us, the Arah of Evbiobe. Look, the OGT network is with. I am excited that I have this opportunity to interview you. So I will be asking you some questions, and I will be, happy if you can help us understand who you are. Of course, you are the eldest chief in Evbiobe, so you are the Arah of Evbiobe. We are blessed to have you, as a representative of the Evbiobe, community. Of course, for the whole of Arah. The OGT network simply means Arah Global Television Network. So wherever you are viewing us today, this is going global. So you're welcome, sir. Can you hear me? He's there.
Clearly.
Yes, sir. So, Professor Isiku, as I know him, I consider him my uncle because his house is right in front of my grandmother's house. And every time we went back home, we were excited. We were like, is the man coming from America? We were asking my grandmother, that man that lives in that house, is he coming from America? And then I found out that my father was your friend.
Very close friend.
Very close friend. Yes, sir. I don't know your voice. Yes, sir. So I'm going to be asking you some questions. I want you to talk about yourself. You have been a blessing to the Arah community as a whole. Evbiobe is happy to have you as our leader. It's a privilege for the OGT network to interview you. So, sir, can you introduce yourself again?
I am Unwibuji Isiku. As a matter of fact, I'm the oldest. By this I mean I became a chief before any in Arah is community by community. I'm the Arah of. I was here in the US teaching in Worcester State University.
Yes, sir.
Currently, I'm retired, and I had emeritus status. So I am a professor emeritus from Worcester State University in Massachusetts. As soon as I retired to continue what I could give back to Ora, I am, the work I did, and also my current position in the chieftaincy circle.
Yes.
I hope that summarizes who I am.
Yes, that summarized it, but it doesn't even go as deep as I know who you are. I know that you have been promoting the Ora people and the Ora culture. I know it is difficult for people like you to blow your trumpets. So I'm here to help you blow that trumpet. I know you are the first. Yes, sir. I know you are the first that started the Ora Ekme Association in the United States. So even with us that came, I met you in the United States and you've been here for ages before I even came. So you've been here long enough to gather Ora sons and daughters in the United States. And then you say you retired. Yes, sir. I'm listening, sir.
Myself and some other Ora sons and daughters felt there was need for us to be getting together periodically and to formalize an association. So I spearheaded the formation of Ora Ekme Association. What we were doing at that time is that we were rotating prominent members at the time who was in Philadelphia area. Your current vice president, Barrister Joshua Agu, one Oni Sele, who was in the New York area. Two other siblings were very active in Ora Ekme Association. Barrister Godwin, you call him attorney, Barrister Godwin.
Yes.
He was also very prominent.
Yes, sir.
John, and of course, your current president was in Mr. Desmond Alufokai, who
yes.
I believe is a blessing to Ora.
Yes,
he's been very, very, very good.
Yes, and he happens to be my cousin. You know, my father was Alufokai, so he happens to be
correct. I know that.
Yes, sir.
I know. That is about. I believed and I still believe that education is key to our development.
Yes, sir.
So, because I was very close to the president at the time, I was able to use my relationship with the president to facilitate the admission and issuance of visa. Sons and daughters. At the time, there were about 9.
Wow.
At the time in the university, yes. And they all did very well. And they won academic prizes. I'm happy that most of them now are in both in this country. It is in the area of education that I think the prominent role. Yes. I am also very interested when Harrison made the record in those days. He used to say, the culture man.
Wow.
They knew me.
Wow.
Knew me in Ora that I from the culture of Ora. Yes. I used to go to Ora every Christmas period when we do our festivities.
Yes.
Our festivals. And I took part in all the festivals in Sabungida, Evbiobe, Ora. Yes. There was no year that I did not go home.
Wow.
To partake in the cultures for the 22 years that I was in America teaching.
Wow, 22 years. That's a long time, sir. You have been of service home and abroad. This is interesting.
We thank God.
We want the world to know that Ora have men like you that have been giving back to Ora, and that we need to continue to come back and give back, even with our generation. I don't know how many decades of generation, away from you. But even my generation, you can help us call them back, come back home to roost. That's what they say. The chicken comes back to roost.
Yes. For what you are doing, I've been following
Yes,
I think it's called Arah Global Television.
yes,
I've been following what you are doing.
Yes, sir.
I am very appreciative of it.
Yes, sir.
And the gods of Arah and the universal will keep blessing you and protecting.
It's there.
I know, very passionate about Arah culture.
Yes, sir.
And I applaud you for that. And please
Thank
continue.
You,
I will encourage you in any way I can.
yes.
I would like people of a generation to follow. They say home is home. We have a saying in Ora, they say, Akashash, Ezio and Osha.
Yes.
That is, home is home. No matter
Yeah.
what, whatever height you reach in your current locations, remember, Ora is your home.
Yes.
Give back and visit. And what you are doing in a very big way, you are giving back to Ora. And I appreciate you for all you are doing. And I encourage people to follow what you are doing and to take pride in a Ura culture. By the way, let me comment. I like this your outfit. It's beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
It's very beautiful. You are really projecting our culture through this kind of dress.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. That is why, even the Ora Carnival, I sometimes I just piggyback, from things that I see on the internet. The Ora Carnival that is coming up is going to really showcase more of our culture. I guess after the carnival, I will have more to give back to Ora.
Well, I'm looking forward to the carnival. It sounds very promising.
Yes.
And thank God I'll be back to Ora next week. Yes. Enough time for me to contribute. One for the implementation. Yes. I will be very instrumental in the implementation of the laudable agenda. Young people, men and women are doing very, very well. I follow them up in the platform. I think they are planning very well. The that never succeeded, late Justice Somage, and a host of others. Recently, I know Engineer Nelson Agbubaku championed the Ora Day at the time. That's what they called it, Ora Day. Okay. I'm happy that this current crop of young men and women have enlarged it from just Ora Day to a carnival. Yeah. And like I said, it's very
laudable. Wow. Thank you, sir. Another question I would like to ask, sir, is, if you can give us a little bit of, a peek into how you grew up and what you see happening in Ora now and how you can encourage the youth, to go back to their roots and to go back to, being a true Ora son and daughter, because I hear Ora people are very proud. But in our pride, we shouldn't forget that we need to encourage ourselves and help ourselves. So I want you to just talk a little bit about how you grew up.
Okay, but by the way, our pride is related to our ancestry.
Which is true.
Very proud heritage. And so the older man and woman, the pride is not in personal aggrandizement, but recognition of our heritage. Just to make that clarification about other people are very proud.
Okay.
You've raised a very pertinent issue that we can encourage sons and daughters in the diaspora to give back to Ora. I believe very strong present now of Ora hinges on people in the diaspora. We go back. See, most successful international communities still draw origin. When we were talking, we made mention of India.
Yes.
Nigerians are doing very well, especially in America. Yes. Here, I know top doctors top lawyers are from Ura. I am aware that even in politics here in the US,
yes,
one time there was one in Mokode who
wow,
was, I think, a mayor in Chicago or deputy mayor in Chicago.
wow,
Was the councillor. Was a councillor.
okay,
That Mokode happened to be my age mate. You know,
wow,
here in the US, experiences we are acquiring here should be extended to Ura by
amen,
way of by way of developing Ura, by way of even information gathering and sharing. Unless we think Ura as we live in America, we cannot progress. Whatever individual progress we're having here makes sense in the larger context of giving back to Ura. I realize, though, that people complain about the security issues. Yes, but God will keep protecting all of us.
amen,
America is not for security. Whenever I come here and I tune on, put on the radio or television, I hear
oh yes,
killings here and there. We can also contribute to security in Nigeria and Ora in particular.
yes,
We have a local vigilante group. We can support that group. I know that the ODA is the mother organization of Ora people in
Nigeria,
Nigeria in general.
yeah,
Ora Development Association. And the president,
yeah,
Sir Don Igbon, has been very, very active in issues, being proactive, I would say.
yes,
I would like, and I'm aware that he is in constant touch with our president here,
yes,
Mr. Des Alufoka.
yes,
Yeah, in constant communication. And
yes,
how do we work together to explore ways of ensuring security in Ura? So if people, though you are afraid of what you hear in social media, but social media cannot give you the correct information. We just pray that Ura is appealing enough for you to want to come home. And we who are already there will always ensure your security.
wow. Thank you, sir, for encouraging those of us that are scared. Some people is for security reasons, for some people is cultural reasons, for some people is traditions. You understand? But at the end of the day, like you said, and Ihoa, right?
Yo.
And Ihoa, we have to go back home. Another question, I'm biased. Another question, because I'm excited to talk to you. Another question I want to ask is how you know my father. Give a little bit of light in how you know my father, what his desire was for Ora.
Your father rose from that our small Sabugida Ora to be one of the leading principals, super principal.
Wow.
That was Ibilo.
Ibilo, yes. Federal
Yes.
Government College, Ibilo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was very, very Ora in all areas, in all dimensions.
Yes, sir.
We grew up as, it was my senior brother, I would call him.
Oh.
His grandmother's house or grandfather's house is directly opposite.
Yes.
My own father's house.
Yes, sir.
So even when we were in school on holidays, when he's home, I will walk across. I tell you, walk to my place, exchanging views, and thinking and talking how we can improve Ura.
Yes.
I remember 1 year when he came home from Ibidu. He made this hand-woven attire. Wrapper is what we Ura men used to wear around our shoulders.
Yes, sir.
He made three. He made three.
Wow.
One for himself, one for his
his cousin.
nephew,
Akidime.
his cousin.
His cousin, yes. Sunday.
Akidime.
Yes.
Akidime.
Pabomi Akidime, yes.
And myself.
Yes.
And
sir.
on one Sunday, we decided we are going to wear it to church, wear it to all ceremonies, in the hope of encouraging others to follow suit.
Yes.
But it's so painful that I was not able to build on it. No, he was not able to build on it.
Yes.
To continue. It's just to underscore how passionate your father was in the culture of Ura people. Yes, sir. And I tell you, when we were also young, we had a Evbiobe youth, what were we calling it then? Anyway, it was an organization of Evbiobe youths. Yes, sir. We used to meet and celebrate Christmas carol. Yes, carry Aladdin lamps, sing Christmas songs around the Evbiobe community. Yes, sir. And get together. He was very much forefront. Yes, sir. In the areas of the culture. Yes. And I'm seeing now that when I first met you, who didn't know any Ura? I'm telling you. I'm so impressed. Thank you, sir. How much growth, how intimately you relate to issues of Ura. Yes, sir. For me, I will always encourage you. Yes, sir. I will thank your mother. I'm glad your mother is there with you. Yes, since your dad is gone to join the ancestors, yes, your mother must also be commended for bringing you to this level of Ura awareness. Yes, sir. Wow, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. You put a smile on my face talking about my father. My father was very artistic. I'm an artist. My first degree is in art. I went to ABU. And I heard my father used to be involved with costume. He used to be like he learned how to sew too. My father would stitch. You don't tell my father your clothes are torn. He will tell you, bring it, let me stitch it. He will stitch your clothes for you by himself. So I heard he used to be involved with the costumes during those programs in Ura. And yes. I'm happy you remember it and you're telling me, for posterity's sake. This is very, very interesting. Wonderful, sir. Yes. You see the smile on my face. I'm so excited that we're able to do this. Very good. I want to give you the final word to talk to, Ura people. As you have told me so much about Ura, what is your desire towards Ura? Maybe in the next 5 to 10 years' time, what do you expect to see so that when we go back and listen to this program, we will mark those things that we have achieved and we will know that we heard from you, our Father. Because whenever we have visions, the Bible, I'm a Christian, it says make it plain. When they hear it from you as our Father, there are people who are sitting down there that think it's not possible. Once they know that you have that vision, people will come and see and maybe ask, sir, if you think about this so much, how can we help achieve this? So what are your visions concerning Ura? I'm glad you said there is one thing I believe in, which forms part of our worship in the Cathedral of St. John, is that nothing is impossible for God. With God. Nothing is impossible. Nothing. If you have belief and trust in God, everything will be possible. The same way, if you believe in culture of Ura, if you believe in the progress of Ura, if you believe in the development of Ura, it will be possible. It will be possible only if we act, not just talk about it, if we act on it. As you are acting now, if we all join in playing our individual roles, my vision for Ura is return to the greatness of Ura. Amen. You see, in history, you hear about the Renaissance. the rebirth. We heard about reformation. People caused those landmark events to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time I believe that my generation, I will admit, can be seen as a failed generation in the sense that we have not been able to build on what we inherited from our fathers and mothers. See, Ora was in the forefront of development. There was no organ of government that it didn't find an Ora person leading. Do you know that small Sabongida Ora had at one point the head of service?
Wow.
Grey Longe.
Wow.
That same Ora produced the head of service in the old Midwest, Imakwede.
Wow.
That same Ora produced the water engineer.
Wow.
In engineer Atane, engineer my cousin, engineer Kaisabo.
Yes.
That same place. But at the time, there was a lull. There was nothing happening to individual Ora people and the community at large. And I thought when I was teaching at Worcester State that giving our sons and daughters the chance to come and study here is one way of contributing to the landmark achievements in Ora. Now, many of our people, at one point or the other, did not give back to Ora. If they worked in Lagos, Abuja, Ibadan, Benin, they stayed there. They were not coming home. And I've been championing this call for us to come home, to come back. People will come and spend leave, and their children might be sick. They forgot that they came from a town or towns where they have pipe-borne water, running water, and you bring your children to Sabunganaura. At that time, there was no pipe-borne water. They went to the stream. And when they are sick of whatever it is, they say, Boluku. Everything is a Boluku. They never looked at this angle that it could be change in environment.
Yes.
And they run back to their place of work and say, we're not coming back to Ora. Ora people want to kill them. I have tried to dispel that myth that Ora people want to kill their children. No. We want to protect our children. And anyway, the long-term consequence, when our successful men and women refuse to come home, refuse to bring development projects home, Ora was failing woefully. And I'm glad that with this Ora Carnival, people like you, with the Ora Association, things will move.
Yeah.
My vision for Ora is what I call that we will go from this renaissance, rebirth,
yes,
to changing things, which you are doing.
Yes, sir.
So that we can all share in the vision of one Ora.
Yes, sir.
One Ora that has progress. That
yes.
One Ora that has mutual understanding. One Ora that contributes to prosperity. That is my vision, and I am doing my best to make that happen. There was a time I came here about 4 or 5 years ago, and the Ora Association in the US contributed some money for me to go and do palliatives. The money they gave, we were able to buy rice, gari, and small cash.
Yes.
To the widows.
Yes.
If you saw my house that day, it was packed full.
Wow.
If you see the joy in their faces,
wow.
Just it's unfortunate that it was a one-time deal. I wish we had continued that kind of thing, but currently I'm aware that Ora Association
yes.
is doing fundraising.
Yes.
Target the youths of Ora.
Yes.
Create employment so we can reduce youth
crime, the crime rate, joblessness.
Exactly.
Yes.
That should be our focus now. So I've given you what was the case, what is now, and what should be.
Yes,
I think what should be is for us to embark on projects.
Yes, sir.
That will create employment, particularly for the youth.
Yes, sir.
That will also educate the elders.
Yes.
Some elders who are bent on dividing Arah.
Yes.
Based on ignorance.
Yes, sir.
There is so much ignorance. Arah should think globally. Arah should think unity.
Yes, sir.
And if there's no unity, there can be no development.
That's true, sir.
I am hoping that we will educate ourselves to know that very few communities in Nigeria can trace their origin to one man.
That's so true.
Arah is one of those.
Yeah.
That can trace our origin to one man.
That is
a prince of Benin, who later became an Oba in that same Benin.
Yes.
We are blessed.
Yes.
But why I like one saying that say, heaven helps those who help themselves. We can't be talking about our past without talking about what we are doing now to build on our past.
Yes.
And that is the challenge I want to give to everyone, including yourself.
Yes.
You are doing very well now.
Yes.
What shall we contribute to the progress of Arah?
Yes, sir.
We should join hands together. That those who out of ignorance begin to be self-serving when they say, I'm from this town, I'm from that town.
Yes,
they
sir.
don't think globally about Arah.
Yes, sir.
We should think about Arah and not go into those divisive tendencies. Like I told you, I am the oldest chief in Arah.
Yes, sir.
I became chief before any other person.
Yes, sir.
But when I see younger chiefs now, farming the ambers of disunity.
Yes, sir.
Who are perpetuating ignorance.
Yes, sir.
I pray to the gods of Arah.
Yes, sir.
To our Almighty God.
Yes,
to
sir.
change minds of those people.
Yes, sir.
Think Arah and think unity, progress, and development.
Yes, sir. Wow, this is wonderful, sir. Like I said, I am so blessed that you, as our father, is helping. Look at, this is the first interview I'm giving in my second year, as OGT Network, and God gave me the opportunity to speak with you. We have heard all you said. We will continue to blast it until it gets to the ears of every Arah person, so that we can come together, united, to become a bigger front to tackle all the issues that is in Arah today: unemployment, youth, getting into crime and all of that. We need to tackle the roads, the water. These are things that and if we're anybody out there that has the ability to do these things, we are calling on all Arah sons and daughters, Arah blood. If you are Arah, if the blood of Arah flows through you, come and let us join hands together to make. Yes. Let's go together. You're teaching me too. You're teaching me here. Yes. Michael Bogbe, let us make Arah, a better.
This is a very with reference to Arah.
Yes, sir.
We have festivals that each community. I will focus on the one that is coming up in Sabongida, Arah.
Yes, sir.
We have initiation to age group. That is manhood.
Yes, sir.
Before you are initiated into an age group, you are regarded as a youth. Once you are in an age group, you are now matured. You are now man.
Yes, sir.
In those days, people in the age group were the ones who fought intertribal wars.
Yes, sir.
Now, it's a very big ceremony that it to be celebrated this year.
Yes, sir.
I can't remember now what are the ages of people who are going to be initiated into age group this year, but I know in Sabo it's going to be December 24th.
Yes,
I
sir.
believe that ceremony will take place.
Yes, sir.
But even though they celebrated at different times,
yes,
but the same name. You see, some of us elders, I say, we elders have spoiled certain things. They began to change that laudable
wow,
thing of, say, whether you are in Sabo, you are in or here, and you have been initiated, you had the same age group name.
wow.
For example, my age group is Amiogbirai. Amiogbirai is in Evbiobe. It's in each of those other towns.
Yes.
And that name was given. It's not so. It's not so.
Wow.
And I hope that in my lifetime, I'm able to change certain things that are not going right.
Amen.
Every town, for example, celebrates chieftaincy ceremonies.
Yes, sir.
I just told you now that I am Arah of Evbiobe.
Yes,
even though I'm the oldest chief in Ura, I
yes,
don't call myself as Arah of Ura. There's
yes,
nothing
sir.
like Arah of Ura.
Yes, sir.
I'm Arah of Evbiobe.
Yes, sir.
We have many things to change, and when I get home, I would encourage the organizers of Ura Carnival
yes,
to spend some time to educate ourselves.
yes,
Those
sir.
things that worked well for us in the past should be continued and not destroyed because of petty jealousy, because of ignorance, largely ignorance.
Yes, sir.
We are abandoning those things that worked well for us, that kept us together as one people.
Yeah.
It's my hope that we will educate ourselves enough to appreciate those things that hold us together.
Yes, sir.
Not anything that separates us.
Wow, this is a clarion call. This is a clarion call. That is why I'm so excited. Like I said, when the OGT network comes, to play in this aspect, is informative. This is an informative forum where we can inform Aura children abroad and everywhere what Aura is about. And that is why I keep trying to go to places, keep trying to interview people. We go to the quarters so that we can begin to learn our culture, our language, our ways, and begin to correct those things that we have taken for granted, those things that kept us together as one. We need to go back to it. We need to go back to it. Wow.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yes.
You just said about language now. That is one aspect that requires immediate attention.
Yes.
The UN talked about the dying culture, the dying language.
Yes.
Many languages are dying.
Yes.
To meet in Boston, in Michigan, where we founded Edwokpa Mahi.
Wow.
We are one.
Wow, this thing is freezing.
Part of that Edwokpa Mahi was language. How do we evolve one language for all of us? If we are talking about larger Edo, why not Ora?
Yes.
Why can't we revive our language? You see, people think that speaking English is a mark of civilized.
Yes, civilization.
People who never stepped outside Ora. When you go to the houses, they are speaking English.
That's so true. That is so true. I had told somebody to interview people.
I speak Ora.
Yes,
I
sir.
speak Ora. I encourage people to speak Ora. If you cannot, you learn. How much Ora you speak? language, you love the culture.
Yes.
Language is one thing that we must focus on so that we all could. But let us communicate. There's communicative language. Let's speak Ora to ourselves.
Yes, sir.
And I hope this Ora Carnival should spend some time also to talk about development of our Ora language.
Yes, sir. As we are learning, I'm learning to speak the language, and I'm so excited. You know, I've learned so many words that I didn't even know existed. I didn't know Ora had days of the week. I didn't know. You know, I didn't know how to, count in Ora. I just knew 1 to 10. There's so many things I've learned, and I keep learning. But I want to let you go, sir, because you have been so gracious to. I don't want to hold you. I will keep doing this Zoom. Maybe in future I will call you again so that you can talk more about, Ora for us. But the OGT network is so excited that you gave us this opportunity. Before we go, sir, I want you to pray for the Ora people and to pray for the OGT network in Ora, and then we'll call it a day. I want you to pray in
Okay.
Ora.
You know what they say? Language. Let me talk language. We say about to be mo pa ma ka yo kan o man. O fure na mi. Na obo. De ba nine. Ka gina me popo. Ka gina me bo. Se bo mi re na do bo so jo idero money owe akireme ohi odibi I think. Odibi. O se ba pa ma bo boy. I'm hard boy. No that no ka joy. Ibo you no say bura na no my mona Bible boy that here by my work. I'm a remain no say back my. It mean Jesus Christ e behind mine. It's
very much, sir, for the prayer. God bless you. Enjoy your stay. I hope all the festivities will be wonderful in Ora. We'll be coming live. I have 2 people who help me to do the program, so they will have like their phones going live with all the festivities in Ora. So we'll be able to broadcast it.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Very much.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Say it to your mom.
I will, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.